What is up, guys? It is the Sound Alchemist, and today we are answering your questions as I'm being joined by
Gershwan.
in another episode of For the Greater.
This is a video series where we answer the questions left by you, the viewer. If you have a question for us, comment down below. Put a question in front of your question because we'll get to those questions first. And that is what Falling Yeti did.
What'd he do?
He asks, you mentioned that the Emperor wanted humanity to govern themselves. Had he succeeded, what would have happened after? Would he have retired, gone to a log cabin, and finished all days or something?
It's a good idea. But yeah, basically the Emperor's goal is to just have humanity govern themselves. And since they're doing that, there's no need for Space Marines. There's no need for the Emperor, because he's not guiding them anymore. They are.
And the Emperor would have gone back to just hiding. Mm-hmm. That's what he did. That's what he's doing now, currently in 2019. He's hiding somewhere, just hanging out, hating on religion, and criticizing how there's no Space Marine.
Yeah, he's like, we need Space Marines. Thunder Warriors, get here already.
Yeah. And I think that's what he would have done if he would have succeeded. He would have just retired to a pleasure world. Not even a pleasure world. I don't know. Well, do you think he would have been able to retire? Like, he wouldn't have continued to try to, well, now we have Tyrannus to destroy. Now we have Tau to destroy.
I think it'll be on the similar to what Thanos did. It's like he's working to do the thing that he wants to do, and once he's achieved it, he's just gonna, sit back and, just relax, waiting until that another event happens that needs him to step up again.
That's what Thanos is doing now?
Well, I mean, he's just chilling in that world, being a farmer or whatever. He's not gonna do anything because, he already did his goal. He's not gonna do anything until the Avengers get to him, I think. We'll see.
Yeah. Next question comes from the big one. How can I use my vast knowledge of 40K lore to score with loads of bootylicious babes?
Well, you see, your body must be bootylicious. And to do that, you've got to get it's either gotta have to be a bunch of mushy minis, take them out of the sprue, dip them in water, and then put vinegar until they're all pickled and soggy, and then put those into your bum so that it's bigger, and then you'll be bootylicious. And then eventually, the pickled, soggy model sprues are going to absorb into your body, and because of that, you'll gain 40K knowledge that you'll now use to be pimpin'.
Straight pimpin'.
Your opinion?
My opinion is you should now focus on really solidifying the knowledge of the lore. So watch or listen to us while you're on the treadmill every day for at least an hour. Slowly increase the amount of miles you are running. And then when you have a body like that of an Adeptus Custodes, you just have to go up to a fine Ruka
Cool.
or chick and say, what army you play? And take it from there.
She'll be like, oh, what?
Yeah.
And you'll be like, my name's Jeff.
Next question comes from Trox HD. How are servitors created? Why did the Emperor allow it? Servitors are created by taking a human, lobotomizing him, getting rid of all the brain bits that make him him, and then implanting augmentations flagellants and breathers and whatnot, so that they can just become androids. The reason that is the way that it is because the Emperor does not want artificial intelligence. The Men of Iron screwed it up for everybody, so now if you want a robotic helper, it has to be half human, half robot.
Would that be an android or would that be a cyborg?
I don't know what the difference is.
I think one's more human and one's more robot. Which is which? the world may never know.
Next question.
Mark Giasson. What would happen if Farsight killed himself using the Dawnblade? So the Dawnblade steals the remaining life that that person had and gives it to the wielder of the Dawnblade. Farsight's already wielding the Dawnblade, and because he's stolen the life of everybody else, his life would be vastly expanded. So by taking his life early, he wouldn't die. Because, like, he kills himself, but then he still has that life. So his life doesn't die because he still has all that going. It's like an endless loop.
Or he'll just stab himself and then there's a glitch and then it's just like... Zzz, 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 like he comes in and out of reality. Yeah.
Kind of like, what is it, Vanellope from Wreck-It Ralph?
I haven't seen Wreck-It Ralph, but I would assume yes. Yes.
Ralph's gonna wreck you.
Ugh. Next question comes from the Posh Boy. If the Emperor had been corrupted by chaos before his death, how long would it take for him to conquer the galaxy?
2.
3 days?
No, just 2.
2, yeah. I don't think the Emperor could have been corrupted. I think the Emperor was like more holy than most Grey Knights. He was just pure at heart.
The uncorruptible.
Basically. If he would have, just for the sake of the fun of it, 2.
Yeah. Drew Cipher. Given that the Chaos Gods are just playing for time, how and what would the Chaos Gods do to prevent the heat death of the universe? Heat death basically being all the stars burning out. Also, would they wait last minute, which means fewer followers and less power, and then they take a more proactive approach? 2 things here. Second thing. Basically, in the warp, time does not exist. So the Chaos Gods wouldn't be playing for time because there is no notion of time to them until they hit the material realm.
They already exist in the end days,
Right.
just as they exist on the day of their birth.
However, if they existed in birth, that means there was a time when they didn't exist, but time doesn't exist.
What does it does in the warp though, right? It's like shifting, ever shifting.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it's kind of like us trying to conceptualize a 5th dimension when we're still in the 3rd dimension. It just doesn't happen. But then, like, the reason that I was laughing is I don't like, especially with Necron technology. Like, the technology of 40K is one of almost like the regular laws of nature don't apply to the Necrons. That's how advanced they are in their technologies. So to say that a star is gonna burn out at some point, Necrons would have figured out a way around
like the
that.
sun for the Milky Way galaxy. Like, if that were to burn out, like, I doubt any race would allow that to happen.
Exactly.
I mean, maybe the Necrons, because they don't really need sunlight to survive, because they're all basically soulless anyway.
Yeah, but the technology of the Imperium and the technology of the Necrons is that
can keep the sun going.
Yeah, they've reached whatever civilization level it is that, like, allows you to harness, not only harness the power of the sun, but control the sun in general.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, they had freaking Catan that 8 stars. I'm pretty sure they had a way to preserve the food source for these gods.
Yeah.
Star gods.
Spaghetti.
Mm-hmm.
Next question.
Pineapple. What chapter of Space Marines would be the most bro to each other?
Ultramarines.
I feel like successors and their parent legions.
Yeah.
Like Crimson Fists, Imperial Fists.
Basically, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Next question comes from Gutter Snipe. Would Mr. Rogers survive in 40K? He's dead in real life. Why would he survive in 40K? He is dead, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Next question.
Why you mad, bro? If you eat orc flesh, do you get high and hallucinate? Or do you have to smoke a nurgling to get stoned?
Fungus. So, yeah, if any type of ingestion would do it. But it'll give you a different high. So, like, if you eat an orc, Eating orc skin would give you like taking edibles, so it would give you like a body high. You feel kind of like your limbs get really like numb and you feel really good. Unless you stand still. If you stand still, then it becomes a head high, which would be the same as smoking, like squigs. You get like that repetition and everything slows down effect. Next question comes from Devon Hawks Felix. I feel like I've seen you before. Are you another Rodney Stillwell? Are you another Steelers fan, 1966? Right. If 40K had an end times, how would you choose for the storyline? Like, how do you want it to end? I want it to end with the destruction of everybody except the orcs.
I could see that.
Best.
I could see that happening. Or like the whole galaxy dies in like another Big Bang event, and then out of the ashes and everything, you see one hand rise, and then another hand, and then what pops up is a Tau. And it's Farsight, because he's stolen so much life, he lives beyond.
Immortal. He's a perpetual.
He becomes his own god, the god of never-ending. Never-ending story.
I haven't watched that.
I remember seeing like bits and pieces when I was younger, but I've never seen the whole thing.
It's on Netflix.
I'll pass.
Last question comes from Vast R. Eli. Is blaster rifles in Star Wars the same as a plasma rifle of 40K?
I feel like plasma is way stronger than blaster rifles. Because like if you see like a stormtrooper get shot, you see like a little smoldering hole, like not that big. Sometimes it doesn't even penetrate, and it's just like a scorch mark. But plasma weaponry is so volatile that like if it malfunctions, the whole guy's gonna explode in a ball of like plasma fire.
That was a rule for the Tau, right? Like on a roll of one. Or
all plasma.
All plasma.
On a roll of one, it automatically mortal wound.
Yeah. So plasma weapons are more dangerous and more powerful.
Yeah, like they could reduce a tank. Like they could go through tanks. Like that's how strong they are. I'm sure there's like a weapon in Star Wars that could do it that relies on plasma, but just the regular one, nah, bro.
And those are the questions for today. If you guys have more questions for us, comment down below. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget we have a Patreon. It's a simple $1 a month. If you can't support us on Patreon, we understand. Just Cash App us.
Cash App.
Yeah.
Hit us up on
Instagram.
Instagram.
Patreon.
Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is Gershwan.
Sound Alchemist, and we are out.
Always used to put my freedom first in any situation.